Hey, welcome. Hi, welcome on Drugs We Promise. I am your host, and Moonlight, your lovely, beautiful, is your lovely, beautiful co-host, and are joined by the illustrious Snowy.
Snowy.
Yes. Anywho,
My name is Unknown. I am a minor bodied system. I have D.I.D. Diagnosed myself last year. Late last year, early this year. I do not remember.
also,
My pronouns are he, they.
yeah. Also, I am your host of the podcast, and and you may call me Sunny. And like just for like the system name anyways, who and who's fronting right now, who is the host of the system, who normally is fronting 24/7, and my name is Missy, she, them, or gender. I am gender fluid. You could call me she, you could call me he, but I do she, but I wouldn't care if you call me. Anywho, I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about dissociative identity disorder, or DID for short. And see, first off, a lot of people like to use one specific movie in Hollywood to try to make you understand DID, and that is Split. No, that is a terrible representation. If you want a good representation with good acting, good storyline, good characters, but also can represent DID really good, watch Moon Knight. And
Split and Moon Knight you can both find on Solar Movie, which is a pirating website.
yes, or
Hi, it's Dragon. What's up, bitches?
if you don't pirate, and go and find out where the movies are and the shows. Moon Knight is a show, and Moon Knight is on Disney Plus. Well, Split, I don't know where that's at. You're gonna have to do your research
Moon
there.
Knight has one season and is coming out with another season.
Yeah, sometime in the future.
Its host.
Alright.
Whoa.
And
yeah, switchy time. Woo.
so you wanna give your acknowledges on DID for those of y'all who out there that is confused and don't know what DID is? Close your eyes and picture this.
Or imagine, there's another analogy. Imagine a plate.
I wasn't going to.
Breaks.
Yeah. I was going to let you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Okay.
talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Sorry.
I was going to let you give yours. I wasn't going to get mine. But anywho, guys, the
So
people
you have a
listening,
plate.
close your eyes, picture this.
You have a plate, like a glass plate or a ceramic plate, and it breaks. And there's a bunch of little pieces on the ground. You pick up those pieces, and they're still broken. You can clearly see where they're broken, but you take the pieces and you put them together, and those pieces make up alters, or altered states of consciousness. Those are what makes DID, what makes up DID. You have to have severe and repeated trauma to make up DID. And people and your brain, when you're very young and you've had severe repeated childhood trauma, your brain says, fuck off. I hate this. I'm leaving. Bye. And you get DID. You may not know about it, like ever, or you may find out from getting self-diagnosed through different social media platforms, or you have a diagnosis from a therapist. See, trying to get diagnosed by a therapist takes, and this is from another diagnosed system, not my words, just more information, takes yes, you heard me, 5 years to get diagnosed. Many, 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 many therapists to go through, and you have to find one that is specialized in either childhood trauma or DID or OSDD specifically to diagnose you. A lot of people who try to get diagnosed will get diagnosed wrongly and get diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Yes. See, okay, there are is often faked or not, and the reason why DID may be faked is many reasons, but most commonly is because somebody got arrested and they don't want to go to jail and they don't want to face their actions. So they will tell the judge, I have DID, which then makes locked in a room with at them to determine if they have DID or not.
Some of the symptoms that you can tell if someone is faking DID will say that one of their alters died or killed themselves or killed another alter. You cannot kill alters. You can't do
They're
that.
basically, yeah, alters are basically immortal, basically.
They're like humans, but not. They're their own human
Yeah.
being or non-human being. They're their own person, and you can't kill
Yeah.
them. Like you can't kill them. Um, and if someone tries to do that, like says, "Oh, blah blah blah, my alter died because of this," or my alter killed this alter, then most likely they're faking.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's not most likely. It is. They are faking.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of times, DID, a lot of people self-diagnose themselves because they can't get physically diagnosed.
It isn't possible to get physically diagnosed.
It is, considering it takes 5 years, a shit ton of money, a shit ton of therapists, someone who has to be fucking paper documented, specialized, and it takes a lot of resources and a lot of time, and it 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 it's just a lot of shit to try and
Oh,
get diagnosed.
also, also, um, don't leave yet if you are thinking about leaving the. Don't leave just yet. Stick around till the end. But if you, there is a link that would be in the description of this to a person who is very much better on explaining everything about DID than us, but they would be in the description at our YouTube channel, Dissociated.
Dissociation is amazing. Um, if you have TikTok, please
Yeah,
do not follow them if you have TikTok. Their account is 18 plus on TikTok, but everywhere else they're not 18 plus. Just their TikTok.
this isn't a
Just
child-friendly
I know,
podcast
I
anymore.
know, I know, but just saying that their TikTok is 18 plus. Um,
Yeah. So
everywhere
if
else
you
is not.
want, if you are
Um,
18,
they give
but
amazing
go to,
information on
yeah,
the ID. Another
yeah.
system I will recommend two more systems. I will recommend the A system and Spouse. They are really good. Um, I will also recommend sl- um, Hazy Daisy and something Hazy Daisy and hey
Easy
something
Daisy.
and Slightly Daisy or something. But they're like I can't exactly, but they're also
Like,
good.
also, by
They're
the
good.
way, we have, if you are listening to this, we have tracked down each one of these people's YouTube channel or TikTok or both, and it description.
Um
Also in the description would be our Instagram and our everything, and like everything else that you need for this episode in particular. And our Instagram, uh, we, our Instagram, if you're not already following, go follow. We're not on drugs, we promise. Instagram. And once you're following, you can actually DM us through Instagram. And if you have any questions or a suggestion for that is,
or even if you want to just talk to us individually as a system,
yeah,
you can also do that too.
yeah, if you want to us or you want a suggestion or you have a question, DM us through Instagram and we will try to respond to as many as we can. And yeah, and we would only be accepting suggestions that are serious. Yes. But
For all of our safety though, I do recommend not talking about um shit. I had it and then it went away. But there is obviously some topics that just can't be talked about for the safety of everyone involved. Um, which is quite obvious, but
like if you like are we comfortable talking about uh the trauma part we got D.I.D?
um
We come talking about that
that
trauma?
that can be some parts of our trauma we can talk about. Um, mm, mm, some. What
Yeah,
money?
we
Some.
some of our trauma also some of our trauma, Sunny here. Yeah, Missy here, by the way. But yeah, some of our trauma we can talk about as well, and like how we talk about it right now, actually, on while we're recording this on our trauma.
um,
How we got D.I.D, the trauma that we experienced was being locked in a pitch, and we couldn't find the exit, and we were locked in what felt to be hours.
See how we formed um was due to um religious trauma, our parents, um, ex, uh, yeah, exes, ex best friend parent, ex best friend, uh,
Yeah. You
school,
don't have to go through it all.
and a bunch of other things. But the
Yeah.
main ones were parents, school, and our ex best friend and her dad.
Yeah. Anywho,
Well, religious trauma was most of it, and then school and parents.
Well, anywho, we got any more explanations? Fine.
Um,
Think hard on this one. This might be a long or short episode, by the way, guys, depending on how it says.
um,
See, DID is very complicated and can
it
be talked
is
about for hours
very, very
if
complicated. And if you're
if
trying to
we
get professionally diagnosed, a lot of people will, uh, they will diagnose you with schizophrenia and not actual DID. If they're not certified, they will just diagnose you straight away schizophrenic. Uh, if you're not, if you don't have the right people to help you diagnose, like
yeah
professionally, they'll just diagnose you. Oh, you're schizophrenic, like because you hear voices and you talk to other people. Um, uh, yeah, they'll just label you schizophrenic.
this from with us like knowing a lot of to talk about it and midnight not so much and midnight being a singlet reminds me of that scene from Friends about growing up, but Chandler was it was kind of similar because Chandler grew up a child, but Chandler had an imaginary friend that his parents preferred over him. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's just what this reminds me of for some weird reason. But do you know a little bit about this topic, Midnight?
Not really.
Um,
Like,
well, the best thing that I can recommend you is communication. Communication is key with both of us. Communication is
yeah,
probably the biggest thing that you can do with a DID system. Even an OSDD system, communication. And just getting to learn the system, getting to learn what their triggers are, negative or positive, getting to know their names, their ages, the sexualities, the pronouns, the genders, just getting to know
yeah.
basic things about the system, a rough idea of how many there are in a system, what their triggers
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Any
Another thing is never, never use a trigger negatively, even if it's a positive one, against an altar. That can cause in that
that
can
could cause
cause
you
a lot of
uh,
damage.
yeah, it can cause a lot of damage and jokingly, I was going to say that can cause you getting punched in the face.
That could be literally like you getting punched in the face, getting positively triggered on purpose. Um, it's not good to do that. Never okay. Uh, it's not good to ever do that.
Yeah, and there's dick bags that do it anyways.
Um, Another thing I don't recommend is trying to say someone's from a source. They're an interject, which is an alter that forms from a movie, TV show, anime, YouTuber, whatever. Don't try and make that interject. Don't try and make that interject like their source. Don't try and force them to be like their source. That can also be literally you hitting them in the face.
Yeah. See, there is a lot of people like to picture it the wrong way, but he is a living and definitely most real person. It's just one. And see,
Oh,
yeah,
and another thing that I don't recommend trying to do is, oh, can this person switch because they're my favorite? They're from my favorite thing, or can this person switch because I don't like you? Or can this person switch because the person who's out's a persecutor and I'm triggered by them? Like, no, don't do that. That can also be a slap in the face.
I like I was going to get around to that topic because I remembered watching a TikTok and literally it was a D.I.D TikTok and it was jokingly it was made as a joke and it was jokingly a person saying like it was a skit, a person with D.I.D, person without D.I.D, and it was jokingly the person without D.I.D can't, and like the thing it said, they said, "Can this person switch?" And like it did it a lot of times, just because your pain is amusing to me. Yeah, yeah. All I really have to
And
say on
if you
that,
think that you might be a system yourself and you're questioning it, you're questioning if you're fake, you're most likely not. But if you already know that you're faking, okay, stop. But if you genuinely are asking yourself, am I faking? You're most likely not faking whatever mental illness you have.
also, yeah. Also, if any of these apply to you, please, go. Also, you might have D.I.D, and also, yeah. Hey, if you do, congratulations. Welcome to the community. You are not alone.
No, you're not.
And yeah,
Your
and if
trauma doesn't
you,
make you
yeah,
any more or any less valid because of what you went through. Just because people tell you that your trauma is horrible and that you and they degrade you for it doesn't mean that you aren't valid and you aren't loved, because you are. You're loved by everyone, no matter what happened.
mhm. And people without D.I.D would hear about it, and at first might think, "Oh, cool, that sounds cool. Wish I had that." Like my
Or say,
favorite,
oh,
like,
that's fun, like I want that, or that's
yeah,
cool.
with
No,
like,
you don't want this disorder. You really don't. I don't
this,
wish it
yeah,
upon anybody, not
like,
even not even my worst enemy.
yeah, some people like would literally go, "Oh, cool. I wish I had that because I wish my comfort characters were alters in my head."
Or hey, that's cool, you have people to talk to you.
Like,
Like,
okay,
oh, you have other people
there's
to
a,
talk to? That's cool.
there's good and there's good and bad parts of it. Literally, there's a lot of bad, but there is good benefits from having D.I.D, and that is, and the good part is very small, which literally is you're you're never alone, really. If you just need someone to talk to, there's always someone there.
Another
Like,
thing is DID isn't DID isn't as rare as you may think. 1 to 2% of the population in the US has DID.
one of two.
I can't remember if it's 1 or 2%, but there's a percentage. You're not alone. Like DID is
Yeah,
more common than schizophrenia, believe it or not.
yeah. And like also, a lot of people like there's also also oh isn't it? I can't
Well,
remember.
OSDD is
Could
otherwise specified dissociative disorder. DID is
it?
more
I
common
know
than
it's yeah.
OSDD, but OSDD is also a form of
Yeah,
DID, and it is also under the dissociative disorders tab
like
in the DSM-5.
you mentioned the professionals. If you're not professionally diagnosed correctly, you would get diagnosed with schizophrenia. It is, and that's why, and like the reasons why it might be compared to schizophrenia. But isn't it also compared to PTSD? And
No,
like you
no.
might
It
really,
is not compared to PTSD, but
like I mean, if you're
DID, a
badly,
symptom of DID, like other mental disorders that could come along with, can be PTSD or CPSD, CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or post-traumatic stress disorder can coincide with DID or
ah,
OSDD.
all right, yeah. Yeah. I thought for some reason if you're badly diagnosed and not diagnosed correctly, you might all diagnosed with PTSD.
I don't know if that's
Some
true,
weird reason.
but potentially.
Yeah. For, yeah. But yeah. Like each person with DID, it's different in each person.
Each
Like,
system is different for
yeah. Each,
everyone.
sy-
Every
each
system is different,
system.
unique, and valid in their own way.
Yeah.
And just
Each
because one
system.
system does one
Oh,
thing doesn't mean that every system is like that.
yeah, the real systems. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Same with OSDD, same thing.
Yeah. It's like any other disorder, basically. So
Mhm.
any any uh any other disorder, you wouldn't compare two people with ADHD alike or two people with autism or etc. Like, I mean, no, you wouldn't do that because you know this. But DID, same. But I want to like this. Uh, is there any more to talk about here? Or is this about it?
Um, Firstly, I just wanted to throw out there that um, if my partner or partners, if they do give you my social medias, um, everything but our TikTok and our Facebook, well, and basically anything but TikTok is 14 and older, and the maximum age is 21 for any of our accounts for our own safety, unless we've already had you added on anything. That goes for our email and our phone number as well. But if we've already had you on our platforms and you're older than 21 or you're younger than 14, then you can stay. Otherwise, you're leaving our platform for our safety.
Get the hell out and you're gone.
For our safety of our platform. That is just our platforms. So
with us, basically, you can come. I don't give a fuck about age. I would prefer to talk to someone more mature, but if you are young, I mean, you don't have to leave if you don't really want to. I just won't talk to you.
but with our account, because of the things that we've had with older people, that is why we've put that in place. Is because of older people and the things that they have sent and or talked about with us.
See, Snowy, I would like to, wait, is this about all that there is left to talk about? Or is there more? Just address.
I can't think of anything more. Why?
Alright. Well, this is basically concludes episode
This
of
concludes the episode of our podcast.
the D.I.D. and everything you need to know. Everything else, every other person that we have had can explain this better than we can would be in the description. Same with our Instagram. You could
Hazy Daisy and Hazy frick. Hazy.
But this is part.
Hold on. Wait, let me see if I can find
There is no really quote unquote series here, and it's just our podcast. But this would I want to create if it's okay with Midnight, I would like to create mini series.
Yeah, that would be cool, yeah.
This I was gonna like to have as part 1 of mental disorders.
Hazy and Slightly Daisy is the TikTok account.
Alright. Well,
also known as the Mangata system.
Yeah. Anybody that we have mentioned would be in the description, and our Instagram and everything. And this has been part 1, mental disorders. And if Snowy Systems, if you would like to come back, we would love to invite you back on the podcast anytime you like to come on, and maybe for some more parts of mental disorders.
Bye, everyone.
And yeah. Bye! We're not on drugs.